Yo, what's up? This your boy Fast coming at you with another video. The guards don't control anything in the penitentiary. It's the gang members that control everything. They control the yard, the child hall, the drugs, the money, the cigarettes, the housing, and your protection. And depending on how many gang members it is, they can control the whole institution if possible. So like I said, you have to be real mindful of certain things when you go to the penitentiary because you don't never know what type of group you're going to be getting yourself involved in if you do something crazy or if you do something wrong. So you just have to be real mindful of things like that. Just like with the Muslims, I mean, they worked in the laundry. A lot of them worked in the laundry. Someone worked in administration and discharge, which they call it A&D, you know, but they did their thing and stuff like that. But they was real humble. A lot of them was older cats, you know, probably about my age at this time. A lot of them, like I said, a lot of them was older. A lot of young people didn't get involved with Muslims back then because they was stuck on the gang member. They wanted to be certain type of gang members that was clicking up with their crews and things like that. But Muslims, they was real quiet and things. They didn't really, do anything bad or nothing like that. They was just real humble people. But if you did something wrong, they'll look in the Quran and then they'll get at you for whatever you did. Like if you stole something, they fuck around, poke you a little bit. But if you just the basic form of disrespect, they just whoop on you a little bit. So like I said, it just depends on what you did to make them flare up on you. So, then you hear like the Aryan Brotherhood people, they worked like at the plumbing, electricians, and painters and things like that. And they can move all around the institution, do their thing, make their money and things like that. They was real quiet. They didn't really kick too much noise up. They didn't really want people to know what they was doing and things. So, like I said, they was real quiet. Then you had the Mexicans, they had a lot of motion going on because, a lot of stuff that they was doing, they thought that they probably can do the same thing that they was doing on the street in the penitentiary. So they was getting all that stuff in there and things. But if you did something bad to them, they'd ride down on you, put their gloves on, and try to whoop on you. They did that a lot to people. It's like every week somebody was getting beat up by the Mexicans on store days because they couldn't pay or they was coming up short on trying to pay them or something like that. But the only gang that didn't have no place to really hang out was the Crips, the Bloods, the Vice Lords, and the GDs. They spot was like the basketball court. And I remember one time when I went out there, I was going out there probably a couple times a week, to watch them play basketball and things like that. Or whenever I wanted to go out there and get me one of them little J's and things like that to smoke. Because, like I said, at this time, I was young. I just got in the penitentiary and I didn't really know too much. So I was just feeding off of what people was telling me. So I just, go to the yard, get my little stuff, boom, come back in, smoke it and do it like that. So, like I said, I go to the basketball court, I'm doing my thing, watching the game and stuff. They got this dude named 6'9", which his name was Jones. And they had this other dude named Blue. His name was Elliot, They both was good basketball players and things like that. One of them, I think could have went pro if he was probably on the street because, the dude was good, But they was playing ball all the time, so I'd be watching them playing ball and things like that. And then, like I said, one day, I'm going to come out to the yard, doing my thing. Boom, they playing ball. They come down, I guess Blue come down. And 6'9", whatever, guess he was trying to block him or whatever, guess he was holding him, end up fouling him. So he was like, hey man, you can't be doing that, fouling me like that. So 6'9" was like, whatever man, whatever, I don't really know what their conversation was. I just knew that they had some type of disagreement going on. So like I said, Blue, felt like you know what I'm saying, 6ix9ine disrespecting him, you know what I'm saying, by fouling him. So when he get the ball, he come down. So when he come down, boom, 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 he come down and he dunk on Blue. 6ix9ine dunk on Blue. So now Blue get real upset about that. He's like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? Basically, the way that he was looking like, damn, this nigga just done did this shit to me. So then Blue come back down the court, he get the ball, he come back down the court, you know what I'm saying? They exchange it, not dunks and stuff. I guess he shot like a 2-pointer, you know what I'm saying? Mid-range shot, boom, hit it. He backing up, you know what I'm saying? Laughing. So while he laughing and stuff, you know what I'm saying? 6ix9ine looking at him like, nigga, you ain't doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? So they give him back the ball. Now he come back down. He hit a mid-range jumper. I mean, they going back and forth, you know what I'm saying, shooting. You know, I'm like, damn, this is a pretty good game. I mean, everybody watching the game because, like I said, both of them can play real good, you know. So we sitting there, you know, I'm sitting there watching the game with him and shit. And then all of a sudden, Blue come down, you know. I guess he trying to do his thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then he end up elbowing 6ix9ine. So 6ix9ine like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know, like I said, I don't really know what they're saying. You know, I'm just looking at them playing basketball and I see that they both, you know what I'm saying, bumping off each other and they both, you know what I'm saying, making some type of little gestures and stuff at each other, getting all mad and things. So then, all of a sudden, 6ix9ine come back down to the court. He tried to dunk, but Blue pushed him, you know what I'm saying? So when he pushed him, 6ix9ine, you know what I'm saying, came down. When he came down, you know what I'm saying, on his hands and on his feet. Like, boom, he was holding, you know what I'm saying, the ground, like he was on his ground, like he was basically doggy style. So 6ix9ine get up, you know what I'm saying, and Blue looking at him, so he go over there and push him, boom. So when he push him, you know what I'm saying, Blue back up, you know. Some other teammates, you know what I'm saying, grabbed him, you know what I'm saying, basically, you know what I'm saying, to try to stop the fight, you know. So then they chilled out for a minute, you know what I'm saying, they both, you know what I'm saying, Blue looking at him like, shit, I ain't worried about it, you know what I'm saying, I ain't worried about it, you know. So then they playing again, you know what I'm saying, they kept on playing. After he don't push them and shit, they still playing. So then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, he come back down again, push him again, boom. But this time, you know what I'm saying, oh boy's like, man, fuck that shit, you know what I'm saying, 6ix9ine like, shit, man, you know what I'm saying. So then he put his hands up and they start fighting, boom, 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 boom. You know, both of them fighting, but the crazy thing is both of them could fight. So it was really kind of hard to determine, you know what I'm saying, who was losing and who was winning, you know what I'm saying, because both of them was hitting each other hard. Boom, 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 boom. It's like they was just changing each other's blows, you know what I'm saying. I'm looking at this shit like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I wish PJ was out here to see this shit, you know. So then, like I said, they just got to fighting this shit, doing their thing, you know. Then, you know what I'm saying? Because at this point, I'm not even scared of a fight no more because I don't see so many go down to where now, you know what I'm saying, I kind of look and see what goes on because I kind of want to know what a person's going through so that I can experience it myself, so that I can learn something from it. Because if I don't learn nothing from that, I'm just going to be in the same situation every time and never learning anything from a fight. So, like I said, I sat there, you know, smoked my thing. This dude was sitting next to me, you know what I'm saying? We started talking, and that's when he got to telling me, you know what I'm saying, 6ix9ine was a Blood and Blue was a Crip, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? I just thought they was just two good basketball players, you know? So then, like I said, we sitting there, you know what I'm saying, smoking, talking, you know, he telling me, you know what I'm saying, about the basketball games and how long they've been having beef, you know what I'm saying, for a couple months. They always arguing, you know, when it comes to this basketball game. Because, like I say, probably the Bloods got a team and the Crips got a team, the GDs got a team, the Vice Lords got a team, you know. whites and Mexicans and all them didn't come over there, so they didn't have no team and things like that. So, like I said, I'm sitting there talking to him. He telling me, you know what I'm saying, one's a blood and one's a Crip. And I'm like, okay, yeah. You know, now I get it now. He telling me they've been beefing, you know what I'm saying, for a while. So, a few minutes later, a gang of dudes, you know what I'm saying, surround 6ix9ine, you know. And I guess it was the leader of the Crips, you know what I'm saying. He went over there and he was talking to, you know what I'm saying, 6ix9ine, telling 6ix9ine basically they had to, you know what I'm saying, put him up again because, like I said, didn't nobody win that fight. I mean, they both was, you know what I'm saying, tearing shit up, you know. So I'm looking, I'm like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying, it's about to go down again up in here. So then here it is, you know, I'm looking at everything, and all I see is, you know what I'm saying, Blue coming over there, you know what I'm saying, where 6ix9ine was, you know, he get into the crowd, you know, boom, they put up, you know, do their thing. Because like I said, when they first fought, you know what I'm saying, it was so fast that nobody seen it, you know, because it was just like just a few hits, you know what I'm saying, and then they backed up off of each other, you know. So this time, you know, when Blue come in the circle or whatever, now, you know what I'm saying, it's like everybody looking, you know what I'm saying. So I'm looking too. I'm looking hard as a motherfucker because I want to see, you know what I'm saying, exactly, you know what I'm saying, what's about to go down because I'm kind of curious, you know what I'm saying, of the beef. So, like I said, I'm looking, you know, and then, you know what I'm saying, here it goes again. Boom, 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 boom. They start tearing up shit again, you know what I'm saying, hitting harder and harder this time, you know, because I guess they got a point to prove because now the leaders is looking at them, you know, like, hey, y'all got to make sure that y'all take care of all this. So they hitting harder and harder. Boom, 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 boom. You know, and this time, you know what I'm saying, it goes on for longer than, you know what I'm saying, the first time. So now, you know what I'm saying, the police, they see this shit, you know what I'm saying, so they hit the alarm, you know what I'm saying. Police run over there, they try to break it up and stuff, and all the other Crips, you know what I'm saying, they basically, you know what I'm saying, kind of pushing the police and stuff back and stuff. And the Bloods, you know what I'm saying, I guess they just looking, because they didn't even really go over there, you know what I'm saying, because at this time, you know, it was kind of just more Crips than it was Bloods at this time. So this is back in 91. So I'm like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at all this shit, you know what I'm saying? The shit going down. Boom, the police, they pushing the police back, you know. And, you know, I'm looking at them like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? Shit, this shit's crazy. Like I said, I wish PJ was out there so he can see all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, how it went down. But he wasn't out there. He stayed in because I guess he was tired, you know what I'm saying? So they got the fight, and like I said, police and all them, you know. Then finally, you know what I'm saying, all the police get out there, you know. Boom, they kind of, you know what I'm saying, control it a little bit, throw everybody on the ground, you know, all the Crips on the ground, you know what I'm saying, a few Bloods that was just kind of close by that wasn't really doing nothing or whatever, but they threw them all on the ground, you know, handcuffed everybody, you know, took everybody on out to the yards, you know what I'm saying, to the gate. So I guess everybody went to the hole that went down. But yeah, that shit was crazy. So like I said, gangs control everything in the penitentiary. You know, the only thing that didn't really have no structure in the gangs was the Crips, the Bloods, the GDs, and the Vice Lords. They didn't really have no pipeline to get everything in like that. You know, once I learned, you know, how to move in there, I kind of found that stuff out. You know, it was like the Muslims, the Aryan Brotherhood, the Mexicans, and people like that that really had strong pipelines to bring stuff in. But the gang members, like the Bloods and all them people, they didn't really have too much, you know what I'm saying, going on and stuff like that. But like I said, when you get in there, you got to be real careful of how you deal with people and who you want to deal with and what gang you want to choose to be in, because you don't really want to do none of that stuff. You just want to go in there and do your time and get up out there and make sure that, you know, whatever you're doing, you know what I'm saying, that you don't get yourself in any type of trouble. because most of the time when people get in there, the first thing that they want to do is try to recruit themselves into some type of organization, because it's either for protection, or they on some type of drug, or they want to just be, you know what I'm saying, just a regular person, you know what I'm saying. But in reality, you can't be like that. You have to go in there, do your time, you know, find you a trade or something that can help you when you get out, so that way you can get up on your feet and you ain't got to be a repeat offender like most inmates end up coming back to the penitentiary on the PV, because when they get out, they don't know how to do things. They join the gangs again, they run in the streets, they carrying pistols. I mean, they doing all type of stuff out there in the streets now, to where, you know, the kids, you got to be scared of the kids, because if you ain't scared of the kids, you know what I'm saying, shit, you never know what can happen, because these kids ain't playing these days. You know, generations and generations is changing and changing as time goes on, and the more and more you find yourself, you know, put in situations to where you really hurting yourself, is by going to the penitentiary. You know, you got to learn on the street to be judgmental of a lot of stuff, because if you ain't judgmental of a lot of stuff, you're gonna find yourself in bad situations all the time. So you have to be really mindful of what you're doing when it comes to things, so that whenever you're able to move around, you can be able to do it on a safe basis, versus, you know what I'm saying, being scared all the time in the penitentiary until you get used to the penitentiary, because that's a scary situation up in there when you're dealing with gangs. Because them gang members, you know what I'm saying, in the penitentiary are worse than the gang members on the street. They want to get at you because, you know what I'm saying, they got a lot of anger built up in them, and they want to, you know what I'm saying, toss a motherfucker up because they got that anger. Like I said, they got that anger built up in them. So most of the time when they do things, you know what I'm saying, they ain't really thinking of themselves in the penitentiary. They just going off reactions of everything. This is your boy Fats, and I'm coming at you with another video. I'm gonna get at you again real soon with another one. Like and subscribe, and I'll support everybody that been supporting me. I got 35 subscribers now, and I'm glad to have that. You know, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we can reach 50 real soon, and we can, you know, keep this ball rolling. But y'all stay up, you know what I'm saying, and keep y'all heads focused, and don't join no gangs. Stay off them streets, and make sure you keep a positive mindset at all times.